And of course, there is always the chance for Playboi Carti himself to expound upon these themes on a future record, which hopefully ends up coming out sooner rather than later. Feeling a decent 2 strong 5 on this one. While I can't rate this record very high, I wouldn't be surprised if this record ended up creating an 808s and Heartbreak type moment, where, yeah, it's not a perfect LP, but the highlights will most likely be adopted by people who are appreciating the record more for its ideas than its execution. I'm feeling a decent 2 strong 5 on this one.
But people love the sick little details. People love dirty laundry, and I could see this album appealing in a big way because of that, especially with how expensive and impressive the music sounds. I enjoyed a lot of what I heard here. I just didn't like a lot of the drama that this thing served up. I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this thing, but that's just my opinion.
But overall, in my opinion, to put this album in a word, overrated. I am feeling a strong 5 to a light 6 on this thing. I'm sitting here holding out hope that maybe this is just the start of something or a reference to something greater or better coming down the pipe, because I do legitimately think some of these tracks deserve a redo. Feeling a strong 4 on this thing. So while I'm not loving this record, I am liking it more, and it does give me some hope, which is why I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this album. On paper, what Mac is trying to do should work, should be fantastic, but what he actually comes through with on this album is just too blasé for words. I'm feeling a light to decent 3 on this thing. I'm definitely seeing this project as one of Mac's better works as opposed to one of his worst at the time that I originally reviewed it, and am now feeling a strong 7 to a light 8 on this one. And I'm not saying I ain't never been toyed with by a group or an artist that I really liked before. It's just that after having been toyed with, I was given an album that I thought was really great. Can't really say that that happened in this case. I'm feeling a strong 5 to a light 6. If I could take all the experience I have now, take this record, bring it back to 2016, rescore it, and place it somewhere on my year-end list, I'd have to say I'd feel maybe like a decent to strong 8 on this. I thought the sound of it was pleasant. Frank Ocean's vocals were gorgeous a lot of the time. On Endless, vocally, I think Frank started to show some real maturity that wasn't necessarily there on Channel Orange, as it seems like Frank is experimenting with more instrumentation, more genres, more samples, weirder sounds and effects and transitions, which is definitely up my alley personally, though I could definitely see why most people would enjoy the Blonde experience over the Endless experience. I'm feeling a decent 2 strong 8.
It's still Gorillaz. They haven't changed. They're just wearing a different suit on Plastic Beach. It's a plastic suit. I'm going to give this thing an extremely, extremely strong 7, just teetering on an 8.
For the most part, I think this album has aged incredibly over the years. The production, the features, and the overall concept too, all of which I just think become more and more relevant as the world goes on. Feeling a decent 2 strong 9 on this